So one of the things that's really, really good for stress and building resilience is keeping a journal. But listen, let's make it clear, a journal is not a diary, okay? A diary is for planning, alright? For putting down everything you do every day, the appointments, your dental appointment, that sort of thing. As far as I'm concerned anyway. A journal is slightly different. A journal is for writing down your thoughts and your feelings. And the reason this is important is that our brains have a negativity bias. In other words, if we do 10 things a day and 9 of them are good and 1 of them is bad, it's the bad thing we'll concentrate on. Okay, if I'm performing and I'm working on a cruise ship, for example, and there's 1,000 people in the audience, if 999 of those people are having a fantastic time and 1 of them looks really bored, that's the person that's going to keep me awake at night. Okay, I'm not going to think about the other 999 people. It's that one person. Why didn't they enjoy the show? All right. So it's a negativity bias. And by writing the things down in their diary, good and bad, it helps us with that. You know, there's this thought about, you know, we should do a gratefulness diary and write down everything that well, 3 things we're grateful for every day. Now, for some people that works really well. For me, it doesn't. Because if I had to write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day, I'd wake up and go, well, okay, 3 things. First thing, I'm grateful I woke up this morning. All right. I'm grateful for my breakfast, a nice breakfast. I'm grateful for my kids. Okay, done my 3 for the day, I can forget about it. Next day, wake up, yeah, I'm grateful I woke up still awake. I'm grateful for my kids, of course, can't miss those out. I'm grateful for my breakfast, I've had a nice breakfast, that's it, it's done. Doesn't really mean anything. But if you write everything down in that journal, good or bad, okay, then you can start to see patterns in your life, see where you're making the same mistakes again, possibly. You can look at the bad things that happen and feel free to rant, okay? Just write down as much as you can about them. Have a real good rant everything down, write everything down. Because by doing that, sometimes we can see new paths that we could take, how we could have contributed to the problem possibly, and what we can do in future to stop that thing happening again. Because we can start to see patterns. If we see the same thing happening time and time again, then we realise it's not just a one-off, and perhaps it could be something to do with us and not external influences. But the other thing is that once you start looking for good things, okay, you'll start finding them. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more good things you look for, the more you find them. The more positive you are, the more you'll find good things. If you're looking for bad things, yeah, of course you'll find them, all right? But by trying to write down stuff and trying to make it positive, you'll find good things. Silly things. It could be the sun is shining today. I feel great when I woke up. No aches and pains for the first time, all right? It could be they cut the grass outside, it smells absolutely gorgeous. Silly little things like that. Just nice little things which just lift your mood a little bit. But writing all these things down in that journal, okay, it really helps. And the other thing is that if you're going through a really bad patch, it's useful sometimes to look back at that 6 months later, or a month down the line, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, see how you feel about it now. Because chances are you feel a lot different about it now than you did then, all right? Because when we're in the midst of something, it feels horrendous. It feels like everything's about that, okay? It feels that every waking moment. And we wonder, we don't know how we're going to cope with it. The strange thing is things tend to work themselves out. 6 months down the line, we wonder what all the fuss was about, really. Okay, we can see how we felt at that time, but we realise now everything seemed to work itself out. Which is really good for when we're going through a bad patch now, if we can just realise that, you know, we will work through these things, we will come through it. Okay, so just a really good thing. Keep yourself a journal. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. Don't wait until, this is important. You know, some people go, yeah, but I'm waiting to get I need to get a really, really nice journal. I need to go and buy a really nice journal. I need to get a really nice pen. Doesn't matter, okay? It can be any old diary, it can be any old book. The important thing is to write stuff down. Write down on a regular basis, you know, daily. Daily's really good. Weekly if you can't stick to a daily, but a daily journal, just write down everything that happens to you during the day. Good things and bad things, thoughts, feelings. Really good to look back on, really good to work out stuff on. Okay.